Have you ever found yourself in a new place, surrounded by a culture that's entirely different from your own? It's exhilarating, isn't it? But sometimes, without even realizing it, we might unintentionally step on cultural landmines, making those around us uncomfortable. Here's a more detailed explanation of the behaviors that may unconsciously make Japanese people uncomfortable. 1. Standing too close. Japanese culture places a strong emphasis on personal space and respecting boundaries when interacting with others, especially in public settings or formal situations. It's important to maintain an appropriate distance. Invading someone's personal space by standing too close can make them feel uneasy or crowded. 1. Direct eye contact. While eye contact is generally considered a sign of attentiveness and confidence in many cultures, including Western ones, it's interpreted differently in Japan. Prolonged or intense eye contact, particularly between strangers or in hierarchical relationships, can be perceived as aggressive or confrontational. In Japanese culture, a softer gaze or intermittent eye contact is often preferred, especially when speaking with someone of higher status. 1. Speaking loudly. Japanese society values modesty, harmony, and consideration for others. Speaking loudly in public places, such as restaurants or trains, can draw unwanted attention and disrupt the peaceful atmosphere. Additionally, raising one's voice during conversations, particularly in group settings, may be seen as domineering or disrespectful. Maintaining a moderate volume and speaking softly is generally more appropriate in Japanese social contexts. 1. Touching. Physical contact is less common in Japanese culture, especially between acquaintances or informal settings, while handshakes are increasingly accepted in business environments. Other forms of physical contact, such as hugs or pats on the back, are generally reserved for close friends or family members. Initiating physical contact without clear consent can be perceived as invasive or inappropriate, potentially causing discomfort or embarrassment. 1. Interrupting others. Japanese communication values patience, attentiveness, and respectful listening. Interrupting someone while they're speaking, even with good intentions or enthusiasm, can be interpreted as rude or disrespectful. It disrupts the flow of conversation and may indicate a lack of consideration for the speaker's thoughts or opinions. Waiting for an appropriate pause before speaking and allowing others to express themselves fully is considered polite in Japanese culture. 1. Expressing strong opinions. Japanese society places a high value on maintaining harmony and avoiding conflict or confrontation. Expressing strong or controversial opinions, particularly in group settings or among acquaintances, can create discomfort or tension. It may disrupt the social balance and cause others to feel awkward or defensive. Diplomacy, tact, and a willingness to compromise are often preferred over assertiveness or insistence on one's own viewpoints. 1. Ignoring social norms. Observing social etiquette is paramount in Japanese culture and reflects respect for tradition and hierarchy. Failing to adhere to established norms, such as not removing shoes when entering someone's home, neglecting proper bowing etiquette, or disregarding table manners, can be seen as disrespectful or ignorant. It may make others feel uncomfortable or offended, as it suggests a lack of consideration for cultural customs and expectations. 1. Personal questions. Japanese culture tends to value privacy and discretion in interpersonal relationships. Asking intrusive or overly personal questions, especially to someone you've just met or are not close with, can be considered impolite or nosy. It may make the other person feel uncomfortable or guarded, as they may perceive the inquiry as prying into their private affairs. Engaging in light, casual conversation, and allowing others to share personal information at their own discretion is more appropriate in Japanese social interactions. Understanding and respecting these cultural nuances can greatly enhance cross-cultural communication and foster positive relationships with Japanese individuals. Being mindful of these behaviors can help create a comfortable and respectful atmosphere for all parties involved.